Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a brand new match preview on the channel. I hope you guys are keeping well and safe. Today, we're going to be looking ahead to Wolves' game up against Leicester City at Molineux Stadium this weekend. We've had a great press conference from Bruno this afternoon. Loads of big news. So we're going to be looking at that, giving my thoughts, having my predicted lineup, and obviously the Leicester perspective later on in the video as well. But before we kick off, big shout out once again to our channel partners over at BetMate. We had some great fun in the first week of our partnership with BetMate. Some great games over there. It's a little bit like a fantasy football game where you guys pick 7 players from the game. We've obviously got one for Wolves versus Leicester, so you pick a selection of Wolves and Leicester City players, and obviously get points based on tackles, interceptions, assists, goals, all sorts. So my team's on the screen right now, obviously subject to change when the lineups drop, but there's a link at the top of the description if you guys want to get involved with that. I think this week it's £3 to enter, and there's a prize pool of at least 150 quid. So some of our subscribers and followers have won loads of money so far, so get involved. Obviously, you've got to be 18 plus to enter. UK residents only, unfortunately, at the moment, and obviously gamble away, guys. But like I said, a huge press conference from Bruno Lage today. Speaking to the media, it sounds like for the first time since Lage has taken over, he's pretty much got a fully fit squad back in training. Yes, that means Johnny Castro-Otto. Yes, that means Hwang Hee-chan. And yes, that means Mr. Pedro Neto. So for the first time, for Wolves fans in the flesh, it's going to be in the first time in almost a couple of years that we've seen Pedro Neto wear a Wolves shirt. Obviously, we saw him play so well. He was a talisman for us last season, and it's going to be unbelievable to see him back. So when questioned about it, Bruno Lage has not ruled out that he will get minutes on Sunday. So I'd assume we're going to be seeing him start on the bench, and he may well come off the bench. If we're doing well, I don't think he'll risk him if it's a very close game still. And plus, I don't think we need to rush him back like we have seen with players in the past. You know, we've rushed them back. Pedro Neto, you could argue that happened with last season anyway. You know, when he had a very slight injury with the knee, and we had a little bit of pressure to try and stay up in the division, maybe. But we needed points, didn't we? So he was risked. Nuno risked him. And unfortunately, obviously aggravated that injury and made it worse. We saw the same with Johnny. We've not really seen Bruno test him as of yet. So it'll be interesting to see if we get to see him have some minutes over the next week or so. Plenty of games coming up. Obviously, we've got Leicester this weekend. Arsenal as well on Thursday. So there may well be some rotation. But it's very, very difficult to pinpoint the exact team and how Bruno's going to play. It was a great win against Spurs at the weekend, but looking at the team, who starts, my predicted lineup, and it's probably the toughest one yet for me this season. I think I'm probably going to be going with Jose Sarr, obviously, once again in goal. Phenomenal form. Another clean sheet on the road for him on Sunday. Left wing back and right wing back has got to stay as Aït-Nouri and Semedo. Same as the back three. Saïs, Cody and Max Kilman, all phenomenal last Sunday against Spurs as well. I think he'll go with the middle two again. I think he'll go with Dendoncker and Neves, but I think Moutinho could easily come in there for Dendoncker as well. So a middle two with a front three of Daniel Podence, Raul Jimenez and Francisco Trincao. Obviously, Jimenez scoring at the weekend. I'm hoping that's going to kickstart a really good run of form for him as well. And on the bench, take your pick of players. Obviously, we'll have Ruddy on there. You could have Totti Gomez, Marçal, Kiana Hoover, Luke Kundal, Moutinho if he doesn't start, Fabio Silva, Pedro Neto, Johnny, Mosquera, Bolly. You know, the squad is as strong as it has been for a long time. And if Wolves are serious about getting European football, what a time to have these players back in the squad. But we'll jump over to the Leicester City perspective now. We get the thoughts of Leicester fan Lee Chappie, and these are his thoughts immediately after Leicester's Europa Conference League win last night.
Hey guys, I'm not going to lie, I've been just literally doing a watch along for the Leicester versus Randers game at the King Power. We've just won 4-1, and this video would have been slightly different if we had have lost this game tonight. Good things to take out of it is we've finally got a very convincing win. The bad things is we've lost another 2 players tonight in the name of James Maddison, who's dropped to the floor without being touched. And I'm not quite sure what's gone on with him. The good news is that he did walk off the field. Bad news is Soyuncu went up for a head, came down on his knee, and he had to stumble off as well. So there's 2 more players we've lost maybe for this fixture for the weekend, including Jamie Vardy, who's out for another 3 weeks. There's no Castagna. There's no James Justin. There's no Fofana. There will be no Johnny Evans. The list is getting silly. And it's been like that practically for the whole season, last year and the year before. We've managed 2 top 5 finishes. We've managed to win an FA Cup with a depleted side under Brendan Rodgers. Yes, the fans probably are a little bit pissed off with some of his decisions, his subs, and maybe his press conferences recently, including burying the team, and also at times coming out and saying things like we've overachieved for the last couple of years. No, mate, you've come in after we've won the Premier League. Anything is possible. Stop talking arse. Anyway, back to actually Leicester as a performance. I don't know what we're going to bring against Wolves at the weekend. I'm not going to lie, I would take a draw in a heartbeat at the Molineux. I'd take a draw at the King Power, to be quite honest with you. We need points. We're not getting prizes this season. There's going to be no cups. Well, I say going to be no cups. The only thing we have got to play for is this Conference League. But I'm on about domestic. FA Cup's gone, League Cup's gone, and there's no way we're finishing in the top 6 in the Prem. We've got to throw every egg we've got into this basket, which is called the Conference League, which, in my opinion, is a naff trophy as it is. I don't understand why there's a third-tier European football. It's not the prestige of European competition right down. It's filtered it, it's watered it down, so to speak. But if it's a route to Europa League next season, that's what we're going to have to do. We've got to concentrate on the Conference League, but at the same time, with the amount of players we've not got, we've got to try our best to somehow accumulate points on the Prem. And I don't know where the points are coming from, boys. We've got some tough fixtures coming up, not just you boys, but we've got United to play, we've got Arsenal to play, we've got Chelsea to play, a lot of away fixtures to play with big sides. I don't know what this game is going to be at the weekend with the players we've not got. I'll take a point. I'll go 1-1, but I'm not convinced. I don't know. You can find me on YouTube at Lee_Chappie, on socials as well. It's Lee Chappie everywhere, basically. You'll find me there. Good luck for the rest of the season, but not good luck for the weekend, if you get my drift. See you later, boys.
So big thanks to Lee for those. I'll make sure to leave a link to his socials in the description down below. Of course, guys, do let me know your score predictions in the comments. But I'm going to go with a solid Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leicester City 0 victory. As always, guys, be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Fingers crossed Wolves get all 3 points on Sunday. And until then, I'll see you all very, very soon.